What's up, people? It's your man Urban Lover coming from your mama's basement, baby. Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. I'm coming. You know what I'm coming to talk about. I'm coming to talk about that Denver Nuggets Lakers game. Now, my biggest problem, I've been telling you guys over and over again, I don't mind if the Lakers lose or win as long as they put in an effort to win. And that game against Denver, come on now. There was no effort. I know a lot of fans going to say, hey, well, Urban, it's a back-to-back game. Man, listen, these guys are young, man. I used to play basketball when I was a kid, man, when I was like their age, put it like that. And I used to play basketball 3 or 4 times a day. That's just the love of the game and the feel of it that I had. I just, I go out there, and I would just play. And you got to keep in mind, I'm not playing for no money. I'm playing on freaking concrete, These guys playing on wooden floors, but it is what it is. But anyway, I'm going to get to the stats, and I'm going to share a little article that came out. So anyway, the Lakers came out, the first quarter, they came out pretty good. And then after that, he just disappeared. I noticed Jordan Clarkson started with Zubac. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, you starting to wobble. And if you look at this starting 5, right, just look at it. There's no real pure shooter on that squad right now. I mean, think about it. Starting 5, and I know a lot of people say, well, Urban, they're tanking. But that's my point. If we're tanking, why not develop these players, man? Like, on the real strength, like, why not let Jordan Clarkson and D'Angelo Russell play in the backcourt together? And don't give me the excuse, well, they can't play together, or Jordan Clarkson need to be on the second unit to run the second unit because he need the ball in his hand. Listen, these guys play according to what the coach tell them to do. Jordan Clarkson even came out and said it. Whatever the coach need me to do, I will do it. So at the end of the day, they get the green light because Lou Walton, like I said, he's a passive coach. He sits back. And this is how he operates. But, everybody would just point the finger at the players, but they will never look at this coach. I don't know why. Because throughout history, we always used to look at the coach and, and like, for instance, superstar players like LeBron or should we say Grant Hills, or back in the days when other players, Kobe, all them guys, when they were doing good, they would say, listen, this coach is not for the team, and they would usually find another coach. And I'm not saying get rid of Luke. Please do not quote me in saying get rid of Luke. I'm saying like this, he shall be evaluated just like the players as of going into next season. Simple as that. Like I said before, he's Kupchak and Buss's partner. He wasn't really Magic Johnson. I don't think if Magic Johnson came in early, I don't know if he got Lou Walton in the plan. That's just me. But anyway, Randall, he had a quiet game. And remember, he had 2 good games. In this game, he had a quiet game. Wasn't in foul trouble. 2 assists, 8 rebounds, 1 block. Then Ingram, he had a pretty good game. Ingram came out, I think it's his 3rd pretty much solid game. So he had a pretty good game going to the basket and all that. Zubac, he had his best game of his career. He actually played 30 minutes, and I was happy and excited about that. Getting beat on defense, though, I mean, like a lot of time, I know they teach them to just put the hands up, but I like for them to go after it. Like when you watch Zubac back in preseason, and when he got the opportunity to play at the early part of the season, you notice he will actually go after the ball. I don't like him putting his hands up. That's what Miles used to do. I don't like him just putting his hands up. I like them to go after it. Don't be afraid of get fouls, man. Listen, this is development time. Go out there, play with all the energy you got. Go after those balls. He did have 4 offensive boards, 11 rebounds all total. He had 1 assist, he had 1 block. And he had, like I said, he had 1 foul. So go after it, man. Don't be timid to not touch somebody and afraid that you will get a foul called on you. Because I know these refs will do that. And that's one thing about it. The refs get into your mental where you don't want to play strong defense. And if you look at the Lakers, really nobody really got in foul trouble. In this game, nobody really got in foul trouble because they played, kind of off. They didn't really play physical defense. They let Denver Nuggets do whatever they want. Denver Nuggets beat them from the inside, outside. And nothing new. Jordan Clarkson, he had another strong game. 7 for 18, 3 for 7 behind the arc. They go through free throw as much as he did the previous game. And that's what I'm talking about. If you notice, this game, he took more threes. And like I said, that was all towards the end where we were just doing trash. But, excuse me. My thing is that continue to attack the rim, young man. Continue to attack the rim to get through the free throw line. I'm telling you, your point and your field goal percentage, everything will look pretty decent if you just attack the rim, and you'll put your team in a better position to win. But I know we're not trying to win. Then again, I don't know what the Lakers do. I said they're tanking, but I just think at the end of the day, like I said before, it goes down way before Magic Johnson got here. We just, we're a subpar team. When we first started out, we looked good. Then reality hit in, a brick came down and smacked somebody on the head, and everybody's eating ice cream. But anyway, they started to wobble again. And like I said, if you look at this lineup, there's no pure shooter out there. No Nick Young, no D'Angelo Russell. Nwaba is not a shooter. He's more of he's almost similar like Jordan Clarkson. A slasher. So you really don't have no floor spacing at all. You know, the only one that really can space the floor is really Clark. Well, Zubac can, you know, Ingram can, but Ingram, his jump shots are not down yet. Ingram is much more as a slasher, you know, than he is a jump shooter. Eventually that shooting is going to come, but right now if you look at the squad, there's really no shooter that was in that starting five. I'm talking per shooter. I ain't talking about somebody can hit once in a while. I'm talking per shooters. Okay, then you go to the bench. You know, Larry Nance, he played 23 minutes, didn't have a good game. Well, he had 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. Offensive wise, he was kind of off. He only had 2 points. Meta World Peace, I don't even know why they even let him get in there. To me, that's like disrespectful. I think that, you know, here's Thomas Robinson just sitting on the bench, not being used at all, but yet you let Meta World Peace come in for what? You know, to applaud the fans. I mean, come on, man. And I know people, like I said, and I'm going to keep going back and say, why they're tanking? You know, and I'm tired. I'm not even going to go into tank mode. If that's what they're doing, okay. I understand that. But they, like I said, they must have been tanking at the beginning of the season. Well, after the 10-10 record. That's how I look at it. If y'all want to say they're tanking, they must have been tanking after the 10-10 record because they were losing ever since then. But my thing at the end of the day is this. If we're tanking, I don't understand why we're not developing the players. That's how I look at it. You know, Robinson should be in there. I understand Nick Young not in there, but I should have Nick Young in there in order to build up his trade value. You know what I mean? Like, let Nick Young go off. You know, I'm just being honest. I mean, you know, Miles, you know, you got all these guys sitting on the bench, and remember, Miles and Lou Aldane is going to ride you for 4 years, brother, regardless you sit them on the bench or not. You got 4 guaranteed contract with these 2 guys, and the only way you going to get rid of them is if somebody really is desperate for them, or you let them go and just eat the money. That's all. I mean, that's the only thing to it. Other than that, you just basically let them sit on the bench, riding the paint. Matter of fact, I seen freaking Lou Aldane in ShopRite buying ice cream laughing. You know, I get to sit on the bench and eat ice cream? Why not? Who doesn't love that? Who doesn't love to sit home, you know what I mean, and don't got to come into work and get paid not to come in? You tell me in America who doesn't like that. But anyway, that's how it is right now with the Lakers. Meta World Peace, I don't know. I wouldn't have brought him in, man. Like I said, I would have brought Robinson in. Corey Brewer, you know, Mr. Electricity, electrifying. I love his game. I just love it. Tara Black, you know, his minutes came down a little bit, which is cool. That's what I'm talking about. Let Zubac get more minutes. Enos got a lot of minutes, dude. I mean, seriously. And you know, it's Enos. He doesn't really look for nobody. I know a lot of people say, you know, he never got a chance and that. But I've watched this game, him and Nwaba, both of these guys, well, especially Enos. In these last 2 games, he goes on fast breaks. There's a man trailing him. Instead of him kicking off for an easy layup, he tries to go up and score, and both times got blocked in both games. I just don't. I mean, I don't really see nothing out of this dude. I mean, I know they needed a guard, but me personally, I would just let. I mean. I would just let Russell, you know, play. I know he's going through the growing pain. He probably was a little frustrated he came off the bench because if y'all remember, he's getting the same treatment like I said with Byron Scott. The same treatment, but he's being hush-hush about it. He's not going about it, but he's letting his play skill show. This game right here, he ain't do nothing. The last game, he ain't do nothing. He's letting his playing, you know. Well, last game, he did try to shoot, but my thing is he's letting his gameplay show it. You know, the before that, after Lou, if y'all notice, when Lou Williams was traded, he was averaging 21 points. These last 2 games, he ain't been doing nothing. Now, let's be honest. Like I said, you can see in his body, that he's not happy. I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know. And like I said, you know, if you look at that starting lineup, there's no per shootout there. I don't know what Lou Walton is doing. Like I said, if you're gonna lose, I understand you're gonna lose. But god dang, dude. At least let us lose with dignity. I mean, we just getting spanked. And it's probably the Cincinnati Bengals, man, for all them years where they were getting spanked and all that. People, you know, teams would love to go into the Bengals playground knowing that they're going to walk away with a victory. And that's how it is with the Lakers, man. Everybody know they're going to come in with a victory because in their mind, they think the Lakers are tanking. And I think it's a little bit of both. They're tanking, and at the end of the day, the rookie coach skill set is starting to show. The players, I can't really blame too much on them because they're not playing to their full potential. You know, they're not giving their all. And to back it up, I'm going to drop an article as of right now. But I want to go into I'm not even going to read the stats because it's not even worth reading the stats. I'm going to go right into this article. I want to get into this is by Sporting News. And this was written by, let me see who this is written by. This is written by Jordan Heck again. You can follow him on Twitter at Jordan Heck FF. And what this it basically states, Lakers players says team should be ashamed of loss versus Nuggets. All right, the Lakers lost yet another game as they continue to be the bottom dwellers of the Western Conference. The latest loss came Monday night against the Nuggets, in which they lost 129-101. Ivica Zubac, who averaged just 6.9 points per game, came up big in the loss, scoring a team-high 25 points and grabbing 11 rebounds. After the game, he was critical of efforts given by some of his teammates. He's calling out some teammates. He said it before, if y'all remember. When he gave, I think, Larry Nance the ball, and he told him he better make it because he passed it to him. This is what he said. He said, we didn't compete. We didn't compete. We wasn't ready. It's a shame for our team, he said. And he was telling LakerNation.com. He said via LakerNation.com. We're young, and all the young guys are playing, and we should all be happy to be on the court. Listen, he said, we are young, and all the young guys are playing, and we all should be happy to be on the court. We should compete every second out there, and we obviously didn't do that tonight. We should be ashamed. Next game, we should go as hard as we can to correct this game. And that's when Coach Luke Walton appeared to have the same takeaway from the loss, saying, young guys aren't supposed to get tired. They're supposed to be thrilled to be out there. That's the disheartening part. With the season pretty much lost, Walton has been giving guys like Zubac more minutes. But considering Walton's criticism of young group effort, the coach might end up changing his mind and giving his regular players their minutes back. And see, with that right there, and this is my thing. And I'm going to go right back to it and I'm going to let it go. See, Zubac called some players, and then so did Luke Walton. But see, here's the problem. When you know in your mind that you're tanking, I know people will say, well, they should play hard, they should play hard, this the Lakers, blah, blah, blah. But when you know you're playing to lose, it kills your morale. I don't care what nobody say, man. You brought in the game and when you brought in the game, you're only in there for a certain amount of time, then you sit down for a while, and then they'll bring you back in till they're down about 10 or 15 points, and they expect you to dig them out the hole and all that. And it's been going on with the Lakers since the beginning of the season. Let's be real. Everybody's saying, well, it's the Lakers still should play with stride, this and that. It's a hurting feeling, man, to know that you plan to tank, to get. For instance, I understand D'Angelo Russell, and I'm not a big D'Angelo Russell fan, so please don't come and say I'm a D'Angelo Russell bandwagon rider or I'm a dick rider. Whatever you guys want to label me, I'm not that. First and foremost, I like JC and Larry Nance. You know what I mean? I was all for Jahlil Okafor. But like I said, D'Angelo Russell is on the team, and I got to respect that. But I understand where the young guy's coming from. He's not getting the opportunity to run point because you got Julius Randle, Ingram bringing the ball down 75% of the time. He's bringing the ball down probably like 30% of the time when he's out there. Now, the thing about that is this. If y'all remember when Randle was hurt, and I'm not blaming Randle, but I'm saying when he was hurt because Luke Walton didn't have nobody to bring the ball down besides Ingram, but when Randle was hurt, dude did have 2 good games where he had a double-double, 20-something points one game and 11 assists, and I think 18-something points the other game and like 10, 11 assists. So that shows he can run it if he wants to. But I feel as though they're not giving him the chance. That's why I say right now, if we're in tank mode, there's no reason for D'Angelo Russell to not bring the ball down to see if we really need balls. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we could find somebody else that we get, like Jackson, to play a wingman or 2 behind Russell. There's so many things that we could do, but we're not giving the players an opportunity to develop, and that's my biggest problem. Here it is. You let Randle bring the ball down, which I have nothing wrong with it. If you're going to do that, then continue to let D'Angelo Russell play off ball. Then yeah, you might go get a balls, but if you're going to still do that same offense the next year, then where does ball fit in that? Is he going to run the offense, or is you going to still run it through Randle? That's my question that I like to know, because everybody want balls. I don't mind balls because I know he got an upside, around the rim, because he can get, he can throw the ball down. He does have a nice jump shot and all that. It is kind of ugly looking, but it's a nice jump shot. But my problem is he still going to run the offense through Julius Randle? Because if so, then that means ball is going to be almost similar to where D'Angelo Russell sits right now. Now, at the end of the day, that's my biggest problem, and I can see the frustration of D'Angelo. You're not starting, coming off the bench, you can get 30 minutes. You're struggling these last 2 games. You're frustrated, but that's the growing pains of being young. And I think that Luke Walton really needs to sit these guys down and let them know what is the direction that they're going from here on out to the offseason. Don't keep everybody in a mystery trying to figure out what are we doing. Are we playing to lose, or are we just playing, or are we developing? Let the young players know what's going on. But right now, I'm going to hit you with this, and I'm going to let y'all guys go. My starting 5 right now from here on out will be Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Zubac, Russell, and Clarkson, with Larry Nance the number 1 person coming off the bench. That's what I'll be doing right now. That's my start, my 5 right there. And everybody else they can circulate in it. And I would definitely let Robinson get some playing time. But that 5 right there is who I would actually just play on throughout the rest of the season to see what we got and to see what we can pick up via the draft or free agency to fill in some spots that's needed. That's what I would do. Anyway, it's your man, Herb Lover. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the situation about Ivica. You have a blessed day, and most of all, take care out there and be safe.